If this is you, if you've ever felt that pull toward a woman you just can't seem to figure out, you know the confusion, the frustration, the endless questioning that keeps you up at night. Maybe you've wondered why she seems drawn to one guy and indifferent to you. Maybe you've tried being funny, being kind, being everything you think she wants, and yet nothing ever changes. You start doubting yourself, asking, what am I missing? Why can't I make her feel the same way I feel? Maybe this feels familiar. You're watching from the sidelines as other guys get the laughs, the smiles, the look she can't seem to hide. You tell yourself, if only I said the right thing, if only I acted a little differently, maybe she'd notice me, maybe she'd feel something real. And yet, every time you try, it feels like you're invisible, like your efforts don't even register. The ache grows, a quiet knowing inside, the kind that hits when you're alone and realize nobody's teaching this stuff. Nobody's showing you the real reasons a woman falls in love. And here's the hardest part: you want to understand her, not manipulate her, but it feels like she's a puzzle with pieces that just don't fit. You watch romantic movies, read articles, even ask friends, and still it's all vague, all generic advice that never lands. You've done everything right, but she's still not in love with you. You start asking yourself, is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Or is there something deeper that I just can't see? You're desperate for answers, for clarity, for that moment where it finally clicks and you understand not just what she wants, but why she truly falls. Because the truth is, it's not about the games, the lines, or the moves. It's something far more subtle, far more powerful. So the question is, are you ready to see the real reasons a woman falls in love, the ones nobody ever tells you, and finally understand what she's been silently craving all along? Most men think they know what women want. They think it's about texting back fast, being nice all the time, or showering her with attention until she finally notices. If this is you, you've probably tried all of that, only to end up frustrated, confused, and feeling like you're doing everything wrong. The truth is, most men get it completely backwards. They focus on actions that show need, that scream, please like me, instead of cultivating the kind of presence that naturally draws a woman in. Here's the thing: women don't fall in love because a man is convenient or agreeable. They fall in love with men who hold steady, who carry themselves with quiet confidence, who live their lives fully and don't hang on every reaction or word. That's a core masculine principle. Most guys never understand attraction comes from your inner world, not your outer effort. It's not about chasing. It's about being the man she wants to chasey. Another principle men overlook is emotional consistency. Women are wired to notice stability and strength, not chaos or insecurity. They feel it when a man is grounded, when he responds instead of reacts, when he moves through life with purpose. Most men, in contrast, swing between highs and lows, constantly trying to prove themselves, constantly testing themselves against her feelings. That creates confusion, anxiety, and eventually disinterest, not connection. So if you felt lost, unsure why she's not drawn to you the way you want, it's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because you've been looking for love in the wrong places. It's not about what you do. It's about who you are. And when you align with these principles, steadiness, presence, and grounded confidence, you don't chase love. You create a space where it chooses you. The question is, are you ready to step into that space and see what women truly fall in love with? He's sitting across from her at the little cafe, the hum of conversation and clinking cups fading into a soft blur around him. He watches the way her fingers trace the rim of her mug, how her eyes flicker with thoughts she doesn't voice, and he wonders, not for the first time, what does she want from me? Why can't I make her feel what I feel? The question hangs in the air, heavier than the autumn chill outside the window. She laughs at something small, almost imperceptible, and for a moment he catches it, pure, unguarded. His chest tightens. He wants to reach out, to say something that will matter, that will make her see him. But the word sticks somewhere between his heart and his lips. He remembers all the times he tried too hard, all the texts sent too quickly, all the jokes that landed flat. Was I too eager? Too obvious, he asks himself. The world outside moves on, cars passing, a dog barking, leaves swirling in the wind, but here time slows. He notices the warmth of the sun spilling across the table, the subtle scent of coffee and her perfume mingling. It's in these quiet, unspoken moments that he begins to understand something deeper. It's never been about proving himself, about grand gestures or desperate attempts to impress. It's about presence. It's about holding space, steady and calm, letting her see him without trying to force her eyes open. And as he watches her, something shifts. He stops trying to anticipate her thoughts or chase her approval. He just is. He smiles, not to charm her, but because it feels right. And in that pause, that quiet confidence, he realizes she's noticing, she's feeling him. And in that very instant, the beginning of something real stirs between them, fragile yet undeniable. It's not about the chase. It's about the man who can simply be, and through that make her heart open. Most men believe love is earned through effort alone, texting more, buying more, proving themselves over and over. If this is you, hear me clearly. She doesn't fall for effort, she falls for presence. You've been trained to think that bending yourself into what you imagine she wants is the path to her heart. But the truth is that effort without grounding only signals need, not attraction. She didn't ghost you, you disappeared from yourself. Another false belief is that being nice all the time will make her love you. You've been told kindness is enough, that agreeing with everything, complimenting constantly, and avoiding tension is the way in. But women don't fall in love with men who are afraid of themselves or afraid of conflict. They fall for men who stand firm in their values, who are calm under pressure, who lead the emotional space without trying to control it. Kinness without boundaries is invisible. Then there's the lie that love is about solving her problems, fixing her moods, or being the man who rescues her. You might have caught yourself thinking, if I can just make her happy, she'll love me. That's not how it works. Love sparks when a woman senses a man's life is full without her, when he has his own purpose, passion, and presence. She didn't need saving, she needed seeing. So if you've been spinning your wheels, trying to force connection with every text, every plan, every effort, stop. Step back, ground yourself, show up fully as the man you are, and watch how the real reasons she falls in love start to reveal themselves. This is what the 1% Headman understands. He doesn't chase validation, he cultivates it within himself. He knows that attraction isn't earned through texts, gifts, or approval. It's sparked by presence, by a life fully lived and fully owned. While most men scramble to be seen, to prove themselves, he moves with quiet confidence, knowing that a woman's heart opens to the man who stands steady in his own. This is how he leads with presence, not pressure. He listens without needing to fix. He speaks without needing to impress, and he moves through life with purpose that doesn't hinge on her reaction. He understands that a woman feels him more than she hears him. That consistency and grounded energy are more magnetic than any clever line or forced charm. He doesn't compete, he doesn't perform, he embodies. His time, attention, and energy are deliberate, and he never sacrifices his self-respect for the hope of reciprocation. Women notice this, they feel it. They're drawn to it without needing to be convinced. This is the shift. Stop trying to earn love, start becoming the man love wants to find. Step into your life fully, hold your space, and watch how presence, quiet, steady, unshakable, creates a pull that effort never could. He's standing alone in the quiet of his room, the world outside still buzzing, but inside, a strange stillness takes hold. For a long time, he thought he needed her attention to feel alive, that her approval was the measure of his worth. And then, in a moment almost too simple to notice, he realizes he's been looking in the wrong place all along. It's in the pause between breaths, the soft hum of life around him, that he remembers he's enough. Not because of what she thinks, not because of what anyone else says, but because he's lived, he's fought, he's grown. He recalls the times he carried himself with quiet pride, The moments he didn't compromise his standards, the small victories that nobody applauded but himself. And suddenly, a weight lifts. The anxiety, the need, the chasing, it all feels unnecessary. He doesn't have to perform, manipulate, or bend to be worthy. The truth rises, gentle yet undeniable. Love doesn't require proving. It recognizes presence. He smiles, almost without thinking, and feels the ground beneath him steadier than ever. He stops waiting. He starts being, and in that stillness, he understands something profound. When he honors his own value, everything else, her feelings, her attention, becomes a reflection of the man he already is. Love isn't found in effort, gifts, or clever words. It's felt in the steadiness of a man who lives fully, who carries himself with quiet confidence, and who honors his own worth without apology. She falls not for what you do, but for who you are when you stop trying to be seen and start showing up as yourself. The moments she notices, the moments her heart opens, they come when you stand grounded, present, and unshakable. The truth a man carries long after the moment is gone. She doesn't fall for your chase. She falls for your presence.